Hey guys, Ray Bashir here with Blue Shield Tactical Systems. Today I wanted to talk about the law of in Texas of failure to identify. And there's been some confusion. I've even seen some confusion with veteran officers when it comes to this law. And I recently know of a situation where a young officer arrested a person out of the backup seat of a car who had not broken the law because they failed to give their information and failed to identify themselves. And that is not what that law is. So that's the reason why I wanted to do this video, to try to kind of clarify only for the state of Texas. So obviously if you live outside of the state of Texas, you need to be aware of the laws there, and they may differ from the ones that we have here when it comes to failure to identify. So what does that law say? It says that basically if you are detained, legally detained, and you give a fictitious name, then it falls under failure to identify and it is an offense. If you are under arrest and you fail to give a name, address, that kind of information, and you give it that's false, or you fail to give it, it is failure to identify. Now, what could be a circumstances where you could detain someone and legally, and them not identify themselves? For instance, if you had a person who came out from around the behind of a business at night while you're working patrol, and the business is closed, and you stop them, you can detain them. You have reason to believe that this person may have committed a crime by going behind a business that is closed, is something that someone who is committing burglary or something else would do. So it's reasonable under those circumstances to detain that individual. But if that individual said, "No, I'm not giving my identification to you, I am not identifying myself," then you can detain them long enough to be able to go behind the building to take a look to see if there's any offense that's being committed. Now, you may walk back there and you see the door that's kicked in, and you may be able to link it to this person and be able to arrest them for the burglary. But it does not fall under failure to identify unless they give a fictitious name and they're detained, or they are under arrest and they give a fictitious name, or they don't give a name. Then you can arrest them for failure to identify. So guys, I wanted to kind of clear this up again because, like I said, in the state of Texas, I've seen that there's some confusion apparently when it comes to the failure to identify law. So I wanted to try to go over that with you guys, so that you have a better understanding of it and try to make it as simple as possible. So guys, if you ever have any questions, please ask us. You can log on to blueshieldtactical.com to see our upcoming courses that we may have, or you can call us if you ever have any questions on use of force or anything else. That we have different instructors that have a variety of experience. So guys, be safe out there. Watch your six. Thanks.